Hey guys, Helen Hartsmith here from the Heart of the Witch's Path YouTube channel. I wanted to come to you today with a video for this week's YouTube, let's see, it's the 2016 YouTube Pagan Challenge question. And the question this week, we are in week 5. So this week's question is, what do you see about this time of year? And so I'm not really sure how others are responding to this video. I haven't really taken the time to go look at that. So I'm kind of thinking about the fact that today is February 1st, and I happen to have celebrated Imbolc yesterday with my coven sisters. And so for me, this time of year, between today and tomorrow, is the observation of Imbolc. And so for me, this time of year is, well, let's think about like the actual calendar part of it. It's February. I live in Michigan, which has the 4 seasons. So usually it's darn cold in Michigan. The last couple of years we've had a ton of snow. And this year it's actually kind of warm right now. Like we saw the 40s today, the upper 40s, but I don't really think that's what the question's getting at. I think it's kind of more about, obviously your path. But for me, the weather, of course, plays into how I celebrate my path and how I work and things of that nature. So Imbolc is the time, is Candlemas known, that's another word for Imbolc. And I'm feeling a little scattered today because I'm trying to kind of not be uber prepared about the question, but, think about it and be prepared. For me specifically, because Bridget is my patron goddess, this time of year is special to me because it is sacred to her. Okay? And I try to make sure that I honor her throughout the year because she's my patron goddess and has been for many, many years. So Imbolc for me is about the mysteries. And it's kind of hard for me to talk about this because my coven has a really special ritual that we perform at Imbolc, and it is a closed ritual for our coven members only. It's generally not something we do as an open ritual because of the mysteries involved. And it's not because she's my patron goddess. It just so happens that it resonates with the entire coven. And so the ritual for us is special. So I'm going to leave it at that because I think that part of what is so amazing about my path and to be a witch and to celebrate the Sabbats is that sometimes there's mysteries that are deeply moving, deeply personal, and there are things that you don't talk about outside of circle because then it takes away part of the mystery. So I guess let me leave it at this. Experience Imbolc for what it is. I invite you, if it's not a Sabbat that you celebrate regularly, then I invite you to celebrate Imbolc and to maybe do some studying on Bridget and who she is and what she meant to her people. She's an incredibly dynamic goddess because there's parts of her that are, I want to say warm and fuzzy, but that's really not like the best way to describe it. But there are parts of her that are soft and beautiful, the poetic aspects of her. But there are also parts of her that are that are incredibly fierce and powerful. You know, she is a goddess of fire. She's a goddess of smithing and smith crafting. And so the dynamic within her, I feel a lot more poignantly this time of year. And yeah, that's it. This is a deep time for me personally because of my connection with Bridget. So I would say if you definitely look into exploring Imbolc if you don't regularly. And if you do, then maybe attempt to maybe deepen a knowledge of her and to, you know, maybe do a meditation if that's, you know, what you do, or do it. You know, meditation is where we connect the easiest. It puts our mind in a state where we can connect with our upper selves. That is our connection to the divine consciousness, the divine mind. And I would invite you to just know her more. And so I'm not sure if this was the intent of this question, and I feel like maybe my answer this week is a little disjointed. But it's Bridget, and she's my girl, and I have a really deep connection with her. And so I guess that's where I'll leave it. So if you have any questions, feel free to ask them below. It's kind of a weird question, so I hope I answered it well. So if you haven't already, please subscribe. And if you found this video useful or learned something, give me a thumbs up. So I'll see you next week with the week 6 question. And until next time, thanks for walking the path a little with me. Blessed be.